Hello everybody, welcome back to Ramblings of the South Stand. Slightly ill today, so I apologise if I seem a little bit glum, a little bit dreary. I'm getting into your Nottingham Forest preview. We've got a little special guest throughout the programme, and we've got Matchday with Max, who's a Forest fan channel. Absolutely superb fan channel. So to just get into Forest anyway, so the last win was a 2-0 home victory against Ipswich at the start of last month. They've been in a really poor run of form since then. Defensively, for me, still strong. I do like the likes of Derikwa, Hefele, Jack Robinson and Danny Fox at the back. I think it's a strong back line. And I guess that's what's requirements, really. They've had a lot of draws, a hell of a lot of draws. Only 5 losses, and prior this month, they'd only lost 2 games, and that was to Norwich and Brentford. I like to play a 4-2-3-1 formation, and on paper, they do have a better squad than Leeds United. It's a very, very strong team. A lot of depth. Over 20 million spent in the summer by Hasiwa on the Forest squad. But yeah, they're going through a bit of turmoil at the minute at Forest. A lot of talk of Karanka out, Karanka in. It sort of seems to have disrupted their flow a little bit. It's been happening over the past 2 or 3 weeks. And like I said, in the past month, Forest have lost 3 games. But you know, you look at the squad, and this is what I've done a little bit of research on. The amount of promoted players they've got, it's absolutely riddled through the squad. Players that are quality at this division, players that have got to the next level, the likes of Hefele and Lolly for Huddersfield, the likes of Daryl Murphy for Newcastle, and obviously Jack Colback for Newcastle as well. Then you look at the forward line, you've got Lewis Grabban, who obviously got promoted as well, and Guardiola with Watford. So these are players within that squad who've tasted promotion. They know what it's like to be at the top level, and these are players that can really cause Leeds damage. And also, they've got top level players through the spine. You know, you look at your Claudio Jakob, which they got on a free in the summer, and your Pantilimon, who's been in excellent form this season, especially at Ellen Road. He was absolutely superb. And what I like as well about the Forest teams, it's mixed with youth. They've got the likes of Matty Cash and Jack Robinson, who are doing really well this season, who are mixed, and it combines into a very good squad when you put it together. It's just a man at the helm. He's seemingly not getting enough from this Forest squad. Yeah, then you look on the bench as well. They've got the likes, like I've just said, Guardiola, Dawson, Osborne, and Sandy Yanko. So it's a very, very good squad, the Forest side. For this month, they'd only lost 2 games, as I've said. This month, they've lost to Preston at home and QPR at home. So 2 big home losses. So can Leeds United go down there and upset the apple cart? Yeah, Karanka's under severe pressure, isn't he? Definitely doesn't know what his future holds. We saw that with the Millwall press conference afterwards. He seemed very shaky. It seemed like he wanted to continue his project, but we weren't really sure. I don't think he was sure either on what his future holds. He said he's going to continue with what he's doing, but he can only do what he's got in front of him. But it's significant for Leeds, because when you normally get teams who know a manager's going out, the players aren't really playing for him, the staff sort of know he's going out, and there's a general feel around the place. Is there going to be a general feel around the City ground? I think there definitely could be, because there's been talks of Martin O'Neill, there's been talks of 2 managers apparently already been spoken to by Forest, so it looks like Karanka is on his way out. Is there any better time to play than for Leeds United? I don't think so. When they came to Ellen Road earlier on in the season, they had a little bit of momentum. They hadn't lost many. I think they lost 1 when they came to Ellen Road, and we'd lost 1 as well. So they were one of the form teams that was still drawing a lot, but they came to Leeds full of confidence, and they played quite well on that day. They weren't that offensive, but defensively they were strong, and we could only beat them with the old Kim Aroof handball, couldn't we? Yeah, but the chairman, El Hassawi, has also got, he came in 2012, he sacked Cottrell in his first 24 hours after saying he'd back him. He got O'Driscoll and McLeish out of the door within 6 months. In recent times, Montagnier, he was gone after 7. Warburton lasted 9 months. So similarly to Leeds, really, they've had 8 managers in 7 years. But it does seem, if the squad is cohesive, if the squad is together, then that is a top quality side. Like I said, the squad is assembled over £20 million, and it's seemingly that Karanka wants another 4 or 5 additions in January, which Al Hassawi is coming back and saying, well, no, you've got a promotion style squad. And when you look at what Bielsa's doing at Leeds with the resources that he's got and the players available to him, then you've got to say that a good manager can get the best out of those players. Carvalho, aside from the Leeds game, he has actually been showing a hell of a lot of development in other games. And Lolly, for me, arguably the best player. You know, especially in that Villa game, which I watched, was 5-5, but he was absolutely superb. Lolly has been an excellent addition for Forest. The likes of Jack Colback, he's not been as impressive for Newcastle and Sunderland as he has been for Forest. He's sort of the anchor. He's integral to how they play. He gets them from that third into the final third very, very well. So I'll pass you over to Max now. Cheers, Max.
Hi guys, Max here from Matchday with Max, doing a bit of a preview ahead of Nottingham Forest v Leeds United at the City Grounds on New Year's Day for all Leeds TV. Now, Forest come into the game with a lot of uncertainty. There's been so much speculation going round about the future of Forest manager Aitor Karanka and whether the Forest board are going to sack him or back him. Now, lots of journalists reported that he could have gone after the Millwall game, or mainly that he was going to get the Millwall and Leeds game to try and save himself. There's also been rumours that Forest have interviewed 2 new managers this week that are maybe likely to come in. No, but nobody really knows the names of those yet. But at the time being, Aitor Karanka is still Forest manager. There's a very unlikely chance he could not be by the time you've uploaded this, but I'd be really surprised at that. And I think Forest will stick to their original plan. The Forest board will stick to their original plan of giving Aitor Karanka 2 games to save himself. And obviously, Millwall lost, so this Leeds game is a massive game for not only Forest but for him, because this game could make or break our season, whether we want to be in touching distance of the playoffs or not. Now, Forest fans are not happy, obviously, with Kemar Roof's handball in the earlier fixture in the season where we drew 1-1 at Elland Road, and I don't think he's going to get a great reception, if I'm honest. And then about the squad on paper, really, it's a decent squad, but we just seem to be underperforming in the last few games. Like I say, no winning 5. And a lot's talk about who's going to come in January, maybe. Not only a new manager, maybe some new players. I'd like another striker to back up Ansarafad, Murphy and Graben. Maybe a keeper, but I'm happy with Pantilimon at the moment. And defence, maybe some backup options. We'd love to have a solid defence. I think Leeds do have a great defence. I mean, I've seen a lot of... Leeds don't really like to concede, apart from obviously your defeat against Hull City a few days ago. And then players you should look out for, I'd say Lolly hasn't been on the best of form of late, but he's scored some amazing goals this season and can have just really he's just an amazing player in some games as well. And Graben, obviously third, I think he's the 3rd top goal scorer in the Championship. He can really, if he's in those positions where he wants to score and those tap-ins, he will definitely do that. So thank you very much for letting me do this, and good luck for the game against Forest. Forest really do need a win, so I'm hoping we can get one. But yeah, thank you very much and good luck.
So thank you, Max. Yeah, it was really interesting what he said. He said there, he sort of like echoed what I was saying about the chairman, giving Karanka a little bit more time. It's seemingly that Karanka will be going out of the door, as Max just alluded to. Sort of thinking that Leeds sort of get in there and we're going to be the team that could really kick Karanka out. We could galvanise them, he could galvanise Forest, and they could beat Leeds. They can beat Leeds, of course, they can. Anyone could beat anyone in the Championship, or Leeds could completely end Karanka. That could be the end, and I think he was given 2 games, Millwall and Leeds, to impress. And, you know, if he screws this one up, then that's 2 losses out of 2, and I think it's bye-bye Karanka. But, you know, Leeds we've had a tough game the other day. We still created chances, which was positive. That's what I took out of it. You know, if we were dead wall and if we weren't able to create chances, I'd be very, very worried at that point. But Leeds were creating chance after chance after chance. We weren't as fluid as we normally are, but still we were creating those chances. 3 off the line. Ayling going close, Hernandez just wide on a couple of occasions against a very good Hull side. A Hull side that West Brom and Norwich haven't scored against so far this season. So just bear that in mind. Hull, for me, have still got a top 6 to 10 in the league squad. That is their squad depth. Their quality with that squad is definitely top 6 to 10. You know, imagine Bielsa working with that cohort of people. You know, Bowen and Grzycki are definitely Premier League level, so you've got to bear that in mind as well. Don't get too disheartened by it. But we move on. I was disappointed to hear that Bamford's not going to be involved. I don't think Cooper's too far away at the minute, but I did think Bamford would be involved for this one, at least on the bench if he could come on. I do think we need that different dimension in the striker department, because I think teams are sort of figuring out a plan just for Kemar Roof, and Leeds can't really... we can't really do anything about that. We can't change it because he's our only really fit striker at the minute. We need sort of a Bamford to chuck on when maybe Roof's not getting as much joy. But for me, it is a must-win. And I say that with the greatest of respect because I know where we are. We're top of the table. But what Nuno Espirito Santos used to say for Wolves last season, and I think we are trying to use that blueprint, is... we always bounce back and win, and we've done that so far this season, and that's how we've gone on our long runs. We've always bounced back with a win. We've always done that. So if Leeds can bounce back with a win, especially at the City ground, to compare Karanka to Misery, to, you know, get rid of another promotion team, a promotion favourite, then that's massive, massive for Leeds, and I think we need to do that. You know, you look at the Cardiff team last season, they had 10 losses. You know, Leeds have only got 4 so far, but it does need to be a strong second half to the season, and I have to make that point. It does have to be as strong a second half of the season as the first. We don't want to slump, but we've also got a lot of tough games coming up as well. Borough, Norwich, Derby, Swansea, Stoke, and obviously this Forest game. You know, these are all coming up in the next couple of months, so it's a vital time for Leeds United. My prediction for the game is I'm going to go for a Desmond. I'm going to go for Nottingham Forest 2, Leeds United 2. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for Matchday with Max. He's an absolutely brilliant Forest channel. If you haven't seen him so far, please go and check his channel. The link will be in the description. Make sure you turn on your notification bell and by the subscription button. What that does is anytime we upload a video, a little bell will go off on your computer, a little notification will pop up, and you will see our video that's just been uploaded. Please subscribe to all Leeds TV, me, Ramblings of the South Stand, and please also subscribe to Matchday with Max. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.